Tape 5. Window. Subject 12A. Source Scan8. 9:46 p.m. October 22nd. Year. We begin in the middle of an empty road, before slowly approaching an eerie church. But our only focus is the abandoned house behind it. Looking inside, it's clear to us this house has been deserted for a long time. All the furniture forgotten, with no trace of life left behind. We take a look through all the rooms. But we can't seem to find what we're looking for. So we leave. Going down to the description of this video, we see submission statement. After further review, I was being watched. Follow-up not required. Welcome to the channel, Briscoe Park. Hello gorgeous people, what is going on? And welcome back to another video. In today's video, we will be investigating the channel called Briscoe Park. Briscoe Park is quite a mysterious channel. On the surface, it seems to be footage of someone exploring abandoned houses. But when you read the descriptions of these videos and slow them down a little bit, you may realize that things are way more disturbing than they initially seem. So today, we're gonna watch all of these videos through and try to figure out what is really going on here. As always, be sure to go support the creator of these videos over on the Briscoe Park channel, whose link will be at the top of the description down below. Please be sure to go and support your found footage horror creators. And alright guys, I'm really excited to tell you about this one, so here we go. Let's jump right in. Tape 4. Barrel. Tape 4 barrel, subject 9D, source 1310, wait, hold on. Alright, already too much. Source 1310-73-2. No idea what that means. Also, we're starting at tape 4, which is really interesting. That is the first video on this channel is tape 4. So I wonder if there might be like secret videos that we have to find or what. And it's 3:23 a.m. Great time to be recording something on October 21st. And we're in the middle of a field. A big field. And there's just a house. Okay. Thoughts right off the bat. There's something almost... It's already off-putting, right? Because it's like, how is there just this house in this middle of this gigantic field with nothing else around it? Also, is the moon red? I mean, I'm colorblind, so correct me if I'm wrong. It's a severely abandoned house. Literally missing the stairs. Basement. Looks like we're in the basement now. Or no. No, we're on the first floor. Pigeon. Hello. Was that scripted? Like, what are the odds that you're recording this? Never mind. I'll talk about that later. Okay, barrel. Flash of text or something. This place is like extremely abandoned too. Like there's no furniture or anything. It's literally just the structure of the house. Oh, a little mouse. Okay, that was the second set of footsteps. And then we're just leaving. Okay. So of course, I have a lot to yap about from that first video. The first thing I want to discuss is in the description, it says submission statement, barrel mostly contained, minor disturbances detected. Follow-up not required. And this is also tape 4 again, which I did say during the video, which is incredibly weird because where's tapes 1 through 3? Why are we starting on tape 4? Now, it does say barrel mostly contained, which I guess could be saying like, you know, the barrel's still there and nothing's changed about it really. And it also says minor disturbances detected. So I'm not sure if that's implying that, you know, the pigeon and the mouse are disturbances, or if it's literally talking about the footsteps that are heard inside the building. Let's look at the barrel first and then we'll go to the footsteps. RDP 79-00999A0002000100088-9. My first instinct is to think that that's some kind of code, which we've dealt with before. So give me a second. Let me try to do some research and see what I can find. RDP 79 is a series of documents from the CIA. What? Yeah, so when you actually Google that whole thing, you get this, which are actual CIA website documents, and it looks like a few pages talking about this document. And I see here is ours only one of 3 universes. But let's click on the actual document itself, which brings us here. Declassified in part, sanitized copy, approved to release 2014-0109. Is ours only one of 3 universes? Another thing is that it links to this document here, which is again discussing the same document, and it says it's a part of collection Stargate, and that this actual document was created in January 16th of 1974. Now apparently Project Stargate was a secret US military project from 1977 where they basically tried to see if people could have psychic powers to spy on the USSR, which is insane to even think about, insane to even fathom. They actually poured millions of dollars into a project seeing if that it was possible to use psychokinesis or just psychic powers in general to spy on people or to mind read people. Project Stargate explored reading other people's thoughts, telepathy, predicting the future, and the ability to view a place or time remotely without actually being there. Now apparently in 1995 they concluded that remote viewing hadn't been proven to work and shouldn't be used operationally operationally. So essentially the project seemed to be a failure. I mean, I guess obviously, right? But it is interesting why they're talking about it here. I don't know necessarily how Project Stargate and the theory of is our universe one of three going to apply here. And I will include the documents in the description down below if you guys want to read them and try to understand them. I can't even begin to understand everything that it's discussing because I just don't understand all the concepts that they're talking about. But I do think the important thing is Project Stargate and is our universe one of three. Now, the next thing I want to check was the footsteps again. Now, it almost sounds like someone running up or down stairs. There's a staircase here, which is the staircase we see earlier in the video, and then there's one down here. So is it a ghost or something running up these steps, or is it somebody running up or down the steps above him? Now, he does leave, or this person, could be he or she, does leave right after this, but they don't really seem like they're in a hurry. They're still walking, they're not running. And again, there is this moon thing where it almost looks red. I just saw someone in the comments say nice blender animation. Is this actually animated? If it is, wow. Okay, another thing is at the beginning of the video here, it says source 1310-73-2. If you look that up on Google, you get sodium hydroxide or sigma aldrich sodium hydroxide. I'm not sure what that could mean or what that could be used for, but that's probably what's in the barrel that I'm guessing. Tape 5. Window. Tape 5, window, 12A, scan 8, 9:46 p.m. Oh, it says 9:46 p.m. October 22nd, which is actually insane because that's the same date that I'm recording this video right now. So obviously we're looking out for a window. Oh, we got quite a few buildings this time. Church, barn. That looks like another church in the distance. All right, so it seems we're visiting this like church building today, it looks like. Okay, there is a basement to this one too. Never like that. Now again, the video did say window. Small little building in the back. Everything in these last two videos is just like gigantic open fields. Oh, is that the house from, I think? Is this the house from the last video? Okay, I went back and looked. This isn't the house from the first video, but it does look very similar. All the appliances are outside. Again, totally abandoned. This one's got some furniture though. This one has a lot more color to it as well. I'm honestly on edge because I just really don't know what to expect in these videos. What is this guy looking for? God damn, that's an old TV. And we're leaving. Okay. Got a few more buildings. I don't even know what these are. What is that setup? Parts of machines for farming, I guess. Okay, now we're just walking down the road. I definitely thought we were going to go to that church spot because there was a lot of focus on that at the beginning. I do keep seeing some lights in the distance, but I don't want to overthink that. Another little house. At a barn now. That looks like a barn at least. Jeez, please be careful when turning the camera so fast, dude. I feel like he's gonna turn the camera and I'm gonna see a face all of a sudden. It's raining now. What is this guy's goal? Wow, I just got crazy chills. I don't know if you could see that. Oh my god. Okay, before I show you what I just discovered, the description for this one says, submission statement, after further review, I was being watched. Follow-up not required. Which instinctively tells me, I mean, we missed something here. And that's probably why this tape is called Tape 5, Window. And it says the source is Scan8, which I don't know what that is. It's another CIA project. Okay. Which is also a part of Project Stargate. Okay, if you look up Project Scan8, this is one of the first things that comes up. As a result of the experimentation carried out on what might be termed micro-abilities, Swan expressed the opinion that the insights obtained had strengthened a macro-ability which had been researched prior to his joining the SRI program, namely the ability to view remote locations. So I believe what that means is kind of what I explained earlier a little bit, where you could kind of use your mind to view a location live, essentially. So I guess an example of that would be if I decide to use my mind to go to the White House and I'm looking at the White House and I'm seeing it in real time what's happening at the White House right now. That does sound insane saying that out loud, but I believe that's what this is describing. Now, when you go through this, it looks like there's like training results of things that were seen when they attempted this, and even like images here. Okay, so this might tie in with the discovery I made too, or what I saw. If you go back to when he approaches the house, look at this window. Bam. Did you see it? You probably missed it, because so did I. Now, I guess I could be overthinking this, but the fact that this is called window, just look at the window there on the right. That is an outline of a person. I mean, shoulder, ear, top of head, and then it looks like it's also on the other side. It's almost too perfect of a silhouette. Like, it is hard and it does go by super quickly. Yeah, you could see that there's a difference in the lighting there. Now, this could be what they meant by I was being watched. Or they're talking about the set of eyes that are in the window right there, which I don't know how I missed that. They literally come up and then go out of frame. I think that was way more clear than what I first showed you just now. But I guess both could be real, right? I mean, I'm almost sure that the first thing I showed you was definitely a silhouette, but either way, both of those things happen in windows. And this, again, video is literally titled Tape 5 Window. Now, it being Project Scan and focusing on the idea of, like, you know, traveling to places with your mind and visualizing them, could that mean that the person watching him was doing that, and that's why we couldn't get a clear visual of them, is because they're using their mind to be there? So I think it's more likely that the person watching our main character is using their ability to be there without actually being there. They're using their mind to travel to that location, and that's why we can't even see them clearly, because the flashlight does point out the window and point directly at the eyes at one point, and you would see a person's body, but instead we only see their eyes come up and then go down. That was very interesting. Let's go on to the next video. Tape 6. Now, interestingly, this video doesn't start with the usual tape recording at the beginning. There seems to almost be like music. We're not hearing the person walk around anymore. Again, another odd house that looks abandoned. The vibes on this are way creepier than before. And we're leaving. Okay, that was quick. Those look like tire tracks, maybe? From a car or something? Oh, we're gonna go into the first floor now. There's some kind of audio in the background. What are these pictures of? That's a lot of people. Wait. There's someone in the window. And that time we definitely see a body. It's not just glowing eyes. Like, you could very clearly see the outline of a person. And they look very, very pale. And here, for the first split second after running, you could see that same person sitting in one of the chairs here. And only then do we hear, like, the audio of what's actually going on. Now you could hear the person running. Now we're at some trees. 153419 1534 to 1934. 400 years. And then just a picture of a house. You know, I'm recording this during the day and I'm still incredibly unnerved. I spent a while here trying to reverse image search basically all these photos that we see here, and I can't find anything for any of them at all. It does look like there's some kind of religious thing going on here. I mean, this guy's carrying a cross. Another thing I noticed is that if you go to here, go frame by frame, you could see another pair of eyes in the window. I thought I was overthinking it at first, but I think you could very clearly tell that these are two different dots here. And as far as I could tell, they're only seen there. And another thing is the description for this one says submission statement, minor visual and auditory disturbances, follow-up may be required. Now, what's interesting about that is that we know that we saw those two pairs of eyes before, just like the two pairs of lights, pretty much the light eyes, and there was no follow-up required, even though our character knew that he was being watched. But now, because of the thing that he saw in the window when he's running out of the place, and also he sees the same thing sitting down in that place, I believe that's what requires the follow-up. That ghost or person or whatever that is there. That's why this location requires a follow-up, which could mean that the pairs of eyes that we've been seeing is a completely different thing than that white gray creature or person that we've seen. They're two different things. Another weird thing is that this video kind of ends on just a picture of the house for a few seconds, which I thought was odd because we haven't seen that in a past video. And again, this video doesn't start with, you know, the initial VHS camera starting effect where it shows the date and whatnot. So this video is definitely very different. It's also a lot shorter than the past videos. But here we go. We're going to go into tape 7 now. Tape 7. Again, no starting date, title number for the tape or anything like that. Another abandoned building. Oh my god, I'm so scared now watching these. What the Why? What was that about? It obviously is weird that the camera's like crouched down. It looks like it's placed on something too. The camera's not moving at all. I would like to say that he's hiding from something, but also very clearly obvious flashlight. Now I am going to blur out what we saw in the video just because I don't want to have this video get flagged at all. But that's the first time we've seen something like that in one of these. The description for this one says submission statement, no disturbances detected, beyond last distance documented. Beyond last distance documented. Eyeballs again. There's eyes again. Very clearly right here too. Totally missed him. So this guy's being watched in almost every video except for the first one, I think. Also, I would just like to confirm, we're several videos in. I keep reading the comments and people keep debating whether this is CGI or not. And someone commented, do you actually go out and film these or is it just CGI? It looks so cool. And Briscoe Park replied, not CGI or AI. Part of the reason why I wanted to cover this is just because of how insanely unique it is. It's such an odd concept that someone's just going into these abandoned houses, which are almost always in the middle of a field, just exploring them. You could take it and enjoy it just as that, someone exploring these abandoned houses, but there's also this weird story going on in the background, these weird things happening in the background. And another thing is that 2 of these videos were made like almost a year ago, and then the rest of these videos are all from a month ago. Let's jump into this next video though. Tape 8. Emphasis on the moon there. And we're in a cornfield. Nothing good ever comes from cornfields. Except for the corn. Oh, we're moving quite fast now. We're running through. Oh, and we're at a house. Something happened in the cornfield that he started running out. I feel like I keep hearing the low rumbling of a car, but I can't tell if that's me or the video. Another house? Very, very large house, it looks like. Or... what kind of building is this? Wow, that echo. Oh, jeez. Come on, man. Those bats? I think they're birds. I don't know, man. Oh, that's wonderful. Interesting. For the whole gate thing, look at this. Look at the direction the gate is facing. It's facing away from this building. And then watch what happens when he walks past it. It's now facing towards the building, which means something hit it pretty damn hard for it to swing. Because when he first walks past it, I mean, it's obvious like something hit it, and it doesn't seem like it's him that hit it. But no, the whole fence literally moved inward, which is crazy. That's a lot of force. Like someone slapped that thing inwards. Other than that, I can't really see anything else here. And the description says, submission statement, visual disturbance detected, cornfield, follow-up not required. Yeah, there was one moment actually here in the cornfield where the camera like zooms in kind of. Yeah, right here. The camera is kind of weird. It's like super zoomed and then running. You could also hear a hum there too. Some kind of dreamlike music in a way. Which again, the only time that we've heard audio that's not actually real or trying to show like the situation, you know, like footsteps and whatnot, is this instance here. And then when we also saw that weird figure a few videos back. I'm tired of analyzing this one. I'm going on to the next video. Tape 9. Okay, interesting. It seems like we're literally in a forest for this one. Again, no footsteps. Oh. Wait. Oh. The eyes. A dock on a lake. Yeah, it's weird. There's like no footsteps, but you could hear the rest of the environment clearly. Eyes again. Ooh. Skipped a stone towards the camera. Dude, you're standing way too close to the edge, buddy. Please back up. What an insane, like, visual. Crazy looking waterfalls. Seems to be some kind of bridge up there. Music again. And back at a lake. Oh, now we're not. We're jumping around a lot in this video. It's so calm. That's a crazy bridge. Where is this? This is awesome. I want to go here during the day. What? That did not sound human. Yeah, and we're running. We're out. No, you keep running, bro. Another house. Yeah, it's definitely not a human scream. That has to be the thing with the eyes then. We saw it so many times earlier. This is not abandoned. This is not at all like the previous ones. Working electric, a fireplace already running. Dude, you're just in someone's home. Record running. I'm almost on edge, like, what if this guy gets caught? Like, he's not supposed to be here this time. Really does feel like he just broke into someone's house. This thing's in mint condition. Everything looks fine. Why is that locked? Locked from the outside. Jesus Christ, I thought that was a face in the window again. What is the point of going to these places? What are we looking for? And now he's leaving. Interesting. So everything's normal, he's taking his time, and then he sees the rocking chair move and he's like, yeah, okay, I'm out. The description for this one says, submission statement, visual disturbance detected, attempted to make contact, follow-up not required. Now, it does seem like the pair of eyes tried to make contact, right? Because we see the pair of eyes following him multiple times in different areas, and then there's a rock that skips from the other side of the lake towards him, which definitely seems like the eyes threw it, because we know that the eyes are on the other side of the lake. I keep going through this video trying to find things, and I'm not sure if I'm supposed to be seeing more and I'm just not, or what. My initial thoughts were, we're entering these abandoned buildings because they may have had some significance in the past. They may have been sites for some kind of experiments involving Project Stargate and whatnot. And now this person may be a worker of some sort that's going back to these places to investigate, to make sure that there's nothing else going on, because it says submission statement and follow-up not required and things like that. The abandoned houses make sense, but there's something so wrong with this one, that there's lights on in this house. There's a fireplace going, like someone was here super recently or something, because I would want to say that they were there, but this guy walks through the house and doesn't see anybody other than the chair rocking on its own, which again is weird and kind of shows some kind of sign of some otherworldly thing intervening in this, whether it's ghosts or something like that. But it's like, it just feels like he broke into someone's house and then just started recording around. It's just weird. I need more. I just need a little more details. But let's jump into tape 10 here and see what we find. Tape 10. Looks like it's raining again. And we're in the woods again. This guy's flashlight is elite when it's outside. Eyes again. Our character is very, very aware now that he's being watched by something. And he doesn't seem to mind too much. I mean, now he's walking towards it. Come on, man. That genuinely scared me because I had no idea what that was. Oh. This one's interesting. That's a tall tower. I'm guessing we're gonna go inside this one too, right? See, sometimes I can't tell if it's eyes watching or if it's just the insane flashlight being like reflected on different things in the distance. All right, looks like we're going in. Or not. Hello. Another building. Don't hear the environment anymore. Oh, it's a lot smaller than it looked. That video had almost nothing to it. Submission statement, followed and watched, attempted to make contact but subject leaves, follow-up not required. Ah, interesting. So this time he attempted to make contact, but it left. That's why he was walking towards it. So he's not afraid of these things. Again, what are we looking for? And who is this going to? Who are these submissions for? Is this for the CIA? Like, oh. Tape 11. Wow, the ambience is loud this time. And we're in an area that's a lot more like hilly and mountainy. Before it was just open fields with buildings in the middle and nothing else, but there's a lot more to the environments here. They're all in like a circle. The eyes again. I feel like we're around like a lot of castles and like stonework buildings now, as compared to the abandoned wood ones from before. Also, the camera has been distorting a lot lately. It's always getting like super zoomed in. The eyes again, I think. It's always been getting super zoomed in, or like the audio gets messed up or something. So I actually didn't give an explanation after this video, and that's mostly because there wasn't much to talk about, but I will say the description for this one says submission statement, stones in perfect alignment, hearing was limited in the forest. Follow-up may be required. This is now the second video that says follow-up may be required, and the only thing I could think of it for would have to be the stones in perfect alignment. Not sure what the stones mean at all based on just looking at them. It looks like they're just in a circle surrounding a certain point, but let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Tape 12. Okay, so while editing this video, tape 12 actually dropped, and I think it has some helpful information, so we are going to react to it and go over the description just like the other videos. This looks crazy. Just this giant field of whatever flowers these are. They're so high up too. Also, Briscoe Park, let me know what flashlight you use, because this flashlight goes crazy. Hi guys. There's been a big emphasis on the sheep in the last few videos, and they're always so creepy looking. Bye guys. You know, I can kind of understand why people are like, oh, this looks like it was animated or AI generated, because the spaces are just so, I don't even know how to describe it, liminal, I guess. Like, look at this giant empty field with some tower in the middle. What a crazy tower. There's almost like a music coming from it. That was pretty cool. Rose Cottage. Are we gonna go in here? Jumping around to a lot of different locations. Another towerish building. I don't think I've seen the eyes in this one yet. Looks like a mini castle. Okay. And in the description for this one, it says submission statement, no disturbances, nothing following. Follow-up not required. Now that's interesting. So this video was actually uploaded 2 days before I recorded what you're seeing right now. and the description was different. The description did say something about like no signs of life detected. And I know I'm not wrong because somebody in the comments here said the same thing. So the comment says no signs of life detected. There's a group of sheep at the beginning. And then Briscoe Park replied, I'm assuming they meant human. This genuinely has to be like one of the most weirdest series I've ever covered, just because there's so little detail, but so much detail at the same time. And it's almost hard to think of a theory for what is going on here. In the beginning videos that we watched, we get a lot more to work with, you know, with the whole Scanates and Project Stargate, the concept of us being one of 3 universes, which again, I don't completely understand that concept at all, but I think I'm going to try my best to craft some kind of theory here. So clearly our character here is looking for something. He's going to all these weird locations trying to find something. Now, I'm not sure if this is just a part of the series or if this is an important detail, but the last 3 locations are locations that people were able to find. I saw in the comments one of the locations in tape 12 was from Wales, another one in tape 10 was from Scotland, I believe. Same with tape 11. I honestly don't think that's important. I think the whole point is going to these locations trying to find something. I don't necessarily think that those specific buildings now are important. But in our character's travels, a few things happen when he goes to these different locations. Either things move on their own, he sees the glowing pair of eyes following him, or he actually sees some kind of humanoid thing. Now, it's important to note that our character doesn't really give a single crap about the floating eyes, like at all. In fact, he's not scared of it. He's aware that it's following him, and he even tries to interact with it in one of the tapes. He tries to walk up to it, but it ends up leaving. But our character is scared of the thing it sees in tape 6. Whatever that thing is in the window makes him run out of the house, which is one of the very few times we see our character kind of in distress. And that's also one of the very few times that a follow-up is required. Now, it is noted that in tape 11, a follow-up is also required, but I think that has something to do with the circular formation of the rocks and how he says the rocks are in perfect formation. That I'm still not aware of yet. But my thought is that if this has to do with different universes and ghosts and whatever that other creature is, my theory is that we are one of 3 universes, and all 3 of these universes may be connected in some way, and these locations that our character is going to is where the connection between the universes is the strongest. And that's why we see things moving on their own. That's why audio seems to mess around a bit when we're at these locations. Either the audio is completely fine and nothing really happens in the video, or we hear things or see things move, but we never get both really. We very rarely see something move and hear it and see whatever moved it, except for in tape 6. In tape 6, we have the audio issues where we hear what sounds like talking in the first floor, and then we actually see something move, something in the window. We actually see it. So I think either our character is going to these locations just to test how strong the connection is, or he's looking specifically for something at these locations. Like if the connection is strong enough, maybe something happens and then we'll actually get to see it. In my opinion, I don't think we're deep enough in this series yet to get a full understanding or get all the information that we need. It is important to note that all of these videos, except for the first 2, were uploaded within the last month. So the series is moving at a very quick pace as far as uploads go. So I think there is a ton more information coming. We just haven't gotten there yet. And I ended up finding this channel too quickly. But obviously this video is very long, so I had to go over it now. So in case things do happen in the future, I guess we'll make a part 2. Now, as far as the thing with the glowing eyes, I don't think it's human. I think it's some kind of creature, and it's weird because it keeps following our character to all these different locations, attempts to interact with him a little bit by like throwing that rock in tape 9, but then also runs away when he tries to touch it in tape 10 or tries to get close to it. And it's interesting to note again that our character is in no way afraid of this thing, which I think if any of us were in a forest and saw a pair of glowing eyes move around like that and follow us for all of these days, I think we'd be extremely concerned. So he seems to be aware of what it is or what it might be from, and yet he's not afraid of it. As far as where this will go next, I think we will definitely see a ton more locations, and some tapes might be normal where nothing really happens, like in tape 12, and then some tapes might be crazy, like tape 6 where we saw something in the window. But I think slowly but surely over time we're going to get to know more and more information, and also maybe eventually we'll get tapes 1 to 3, which I know is important because Briscoe Park literally pinned a comment under one of the videos where someone said where are tapes 1 to 3, so they want you wondering and they want you to question where are these tapes. things, but hopefully we will get those one day. But if you like the content that you saw here today from Briscoe Parks channel, please be sure to go subscribe to Briscoe Parks channel. The link will be in the description down below. Please be sure to go and support your found footage horror creators. Also, one more thing I want to point out, Briscoe Park does have Instagram pages, a Twitter page, and a TikTok page, and the links to those will all be in the description down below as well. Please go flood this channel with some love. And I cut out a lot from what you saw today, just because there's a lot of silence and just like exploring locations. So feel free to go through these videos and watch them for yourself, because there are some things that we saw in this series that flashed for like 2 seconds. So it's totally possible that I missed things while watching. And obviously, of course, let me know your theories in the comments down below as well. If you did enjoy this video, please don't forget to drop a like on it. And if you are new here, please don't forget to subscribe. I make videos like this all the time on my channel, and we're trying to hit 1 million subscribers before the end of the year. Also, I did just start a second channel where I upload some vlogs and stuff like that. So if you guys want to check that out, the link will be in the description as well. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.